Leute, willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Genshin Impact. Heute geht's an die neue Quest, die jetzt seit kurzem eigentlich erst verfügbar ist, nämlich seit heute. Und ich würde sagen, wir verlieren nicht so viel Zeit. Also wir haben hier die Konditionen, um die Quest eben verfügbar zu haben. Und ja, schauen wir uns mal Gruß Serana an von Xianyun, die auch jetzt auf dem Banner natürlich ist. Und okay, das ist also der Auftrag. Ja, dann bin ich mal sehr gespannt, wie das wird sein. Also 1000 Meilen im Mondschein. Gurus Serena, erster Akt. Okay, dann auf zum Auftrag. Und wo sind wir? Sind hier? Okay, wir sind hier oben auf dem Berg. Okay, deswegen habe ich mich auch schon eher hier in den Bergen positioniert. Für den Anfang der Folge, weil ich habe mir schon eher gedacht, dass wir eher hier oben uns zu Beginn der Quest aufhalten, als irgendwo. Oh. Ich bezweifle, dass es dazu kommen wird, aber wir können es probieren. Ich glaube, da steht sie auch schon. Oh. Yep, und da steht sie auch. Oh ja, das ist 200 Folgen her.
And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all. We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that.
Ja, sehr gut. Fall, dass es doch so wäre. Doch, ich glaube, bei ihr muss man erstmal die menschliche Form von ihr bemerken.
Huh? Traveler? Did something catch your eye?
Da ist jemand, den wir nicht kennen.
Whoa. What a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
Es scheint, als wäre sie auch eine mächtige Adeptin.
Yeah, you're
Nein,
right.
sie ist Cloud Retainer.
Oh,
Das ist, ja.
just one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
Mhm.
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
Wer hätte gedacht, dass du so leutselig bist, Paimon?
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
Ja, okay. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, was für Supermenschen Kenntnisse und alles so Paimon wieder rausbringt. Oder die soziale Skills eben.
Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Paimon.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
Das ist Cloud Retainer.
You two...
Ich glaube, dass mir ein Verlegen, weil Dings nicht erwartet
What
hat.
is this tomfoolery? Has this shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Nee,
Wait, you're...
die Fürstin selbst?
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look human. How did that happen?
Naja, Magie, nee.
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
Ich frage mich so, wenn sie eine menschliche Form schon beherrscht, dann werden wahrscheinlich all die restlichen Adepteien auch wahrscheinlich noch eine menschliche Form beherrschen. Zwar, wenn sie sagt, dass es so einfach ist.
So, you're indulging now because?
Lantern White vielleicht von diesem Jahr?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor.
Okay.
Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
Okay. Ich nehme an, die Schülerinnen sind. Es ist Xianyun und Shanghai, glaube ich, ne?
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
Die Fürstin scheint ihr Gründe zu haben, möchte aber nicht freimutig darüber Auskunft geben. Was hätte ich vergessen? Paul hat ein paar Geschenke für euch.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh, so you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Danke. Ja, ohne dass ihr wirklich gelingt versucht, ja, okay, die Fürstin hat gleichgültig irgendwas.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
Ich glaube nicht, oder?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
Okay, also es zählt für die Tat.
That kinda makes
Oder die Intention, die
her a
eben.
little guilty for trying to keep them for herself.
Die Fürstin.
Anyway,
Oh.
where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Die Fürstin sagte, sie würde einige ihrer Schüler besuchen.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe.
Naja.
It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
Ja, stimmt. Wie lange ist es eigentlich her, wo wir wirklich die zwei gesehen haben?
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again.
Definitiv.
However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
Nichts Bestimmtes. Wir wollten einfach mal ganz chilligen Tag machen, I guess.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Yep.
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Okay.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
Na, let's go. Okay. So, 1000 Meilen im Mondschein. Erster Akt eben. Okay. So.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year.
Oh Jesus, da scheint halt wirklich jemand ein richtiger Workaholic zu sein. Ich bin mal sehr gespannt, aber was hier laufen wird, weil ich kann mir vorstellen, es könnte einfach entweder so ein richtig chilliger Auftrag werden, einfach, wo man davon eine gute Zeit genießt mit Xianyun und eben halt noch der Xianyun. Oder wie man das ausspricht, ich werde es wahrscheinlich nie richtig aussprechen im Laufe der Folge. Und,
Shenhe has also secured employment recently.
okay.
In correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's...
Oh, als ob jemand schon hier aktiviert. Okay.
We're almost at Weihai Pavilion! Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
Ich glaube nicht. Ich glaube, Ganyu wird schon manchmal die Gestalt vielleicht. Jetzt habe ich das Wort gesucht, er hat nicht mehr wie gefunden, wo es krass da stand.
Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before.
Wahrscheinlich oft.
Where did she go?
Aber ich nehme an, aber sie kennen sie. Sie ist dort hinten.
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Keine Ahnung.
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
Okay.
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
Ja, das fragt mich auch, warum.
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time.
Ja, okay.
One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Ich glaube, es ist nicht nur der Grund.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Und?
Cloud Retainer?
Oh, jetzt ist es zu spät.
Oh.
Oh. Busted.
Yep.
Is that lady someone you know, Miss Ganyu?
Yes.
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Und ja, da hat jemand recht.
Oh, not to worry,
Alles
Miss Ganyu. I'll make the
verschoben.
necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Weishin.
So, Fürstin, du wurdest ein bisschen erwischt. Ganz ein bisschen. Und ich nehme an, das gleiche
While, Ganyu?
auch bei Sharkoon wird passieren.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
Kann es sein, dass Cloud Retainer sich schämt irgendwie in dieser Gestalt?
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this cloud retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Also die Art und Weise, wie sie schon redet, verrät sie sich eigentlich schon komplett selbst.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
Gani hat sie sofort erkannt. Kennt, oh Gott.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Gani blickt vollkommen verdutzt rein. Sie denkt wahrscheinlich, warum sollte ich dich schnell erkennen? Wir sahen uns einst jeden Tag. Wie vergesslich hältst du mich?
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation.
Jo.
One was simply passing by while attending to some important business.
Nämlich die Schüler zu besuchen.
Fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Mhm, ja.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important. Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so
Mensch, warum sie
can't
sich
stay
schämen?
here for too long today.
Schämt sie sich irgendwie, dass sie irgendwie eine emotionale Verbindung zu den zwei hat? Gibt's das sein?
Is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body.
Yep.
It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
Das glaube ich, wird so etwas von wahrscheinlich
We are running
passieren.
short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Okay. Ihr diskutiert begann ja einige ihrer kürzlichen Exkursionen.
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time
Oh
we
ja.
spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at High Pavilion.
Kein Problem, werden wir definitiv nochmal machen. Zumal es jetzt da Lantern im Weiland steht. Und wir noch viel mehr auch da erkunden, weil, ob man es glaubt oder nicht, in ein paar Monaten ist August dann und dann kommt Nachtladen. Das fühlt sich so real an.
Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer. But if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
Frag dich mal, was dein Name könnte sein.
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
Yes.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
Schon, also wenn Dings paar Unbekannte, also die sich nicht auskennen, den Namen hören, denkt sich nichts dabei. Aber das könnte dann auf Leute sich verteilen, beziehungsweise verbreiten, wo es dann kennen und dann ist natürlich ein bisschen, ja, sagen wir mal, aufgeflogen.
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun. Xianyun. Okay, ich probiere es richtig auszusprechen. Xianyun.
Xianyun?
Xianyun.
Ah, I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion.
Okay.
An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were
Xianyun.
enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Es könnte gut sein, dass der Autor sich auch gerade von Xianyun inspiriert lassen hat.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Voilà.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
Ich glaube schon, ja. Also ich glaube, mit den Deptis ist nichts, also Depp ist gar nicht zu spaßen.
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Nö, also ich weiß nicht, wie stark genau sie sind, aber mit denen ist nicht zu spaßen. Also wenn wir irgendwann würden gegen die kämpfen, das wäre nicht so einfach, glaube ich. Ich weiß ja nicht, wo sie stehen in der Nahrungskette oder so, wie hoch sie stehen, aber ich glaube relativ unten nicht.
Not exactly.
Paimon schaut peinlich berührt weg.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts.
Okay. Und wahrscheinlich auch die Dings inhalten Text noch die Geschichten anderer Adepten.
It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes,
Okay.
while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time.
Oh, okay.
On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
Ich glaube, im ersten Mal ist das, glaube ich, für den Überrest in der toten Götter gemeint. Das Problem ist, durch Tears of the Kingdom muss ich bei Bias mal automatisch an Gandalf denken.
The books had this to say about what happened.
Okay.
Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague
Okay.
were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Okay, das ist wirklich super.
That's incredible.
Donnerwetter, oh Gott, wie deutsch.
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Könnte gut sein.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said?
Stimmt. Jetzt, ich hab mir gar nicht bemerkt, stimmt, sie konnte das Wetter ja da kontrollieren.
Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
Gute Frage.
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Okay.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe?
Gute Frage, wo ist sie?
One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That is a lot of questions.
Also, das strahlt schon sehr viel Elternteil Energie aus. Der macht sich vor allem jemand Sorgen um ihr, ja, Kind, beziehungsweise Kinder, I guess.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally.
Aber da ihr an der gleichen Stelle, ich weiß es nicht.
Wanmin Restaurant's
Avonn,
business has
okay.
been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
Okay, das heißt als Kellnerin oder als Dings frische Aushilfe in der Küche?
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Shangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult.
Nee, das wird mich wundern, weil die zwei sind wirklich sehr, sehr lieb.
Now,
Oh, meine Stimme,
it
ey.
is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Ja, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Erwischt.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Ja, weil ich glaube, wenn ich mich richtig erinnere, die Lore Ganyu ist auch Halb-Adepti, das heißt, sie lebt weitaus mehr wie die Menschen.
Of course, Cloud
Und
Retainer.
Shanghai, ich weiß nicht mal, was
Please
da
take
ist. War.
care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Okay, dann. Tschüss. Oder was, Shanghai? Einer von den zwei ist halbblütig, das weiß ich. Und ich glaube, die andere Person ist aber nur menschlich. Glaube ich weiß es nicht mehr.
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Ja, um deine Schüler zu sehen.
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Ist das einfach eine dumme Ausrede oder ist das jetzt ernst gemeint? Das frag ich mich jetzt. Oh. Da ist sie.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Hm? Was?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady. Eh?
Ach so.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You do it.
No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
Ja.
What would you like to order?
Direkt zum Business, aber direkt.
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Hallo.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Hallo.
Welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Ach, nicht schlimm. Lange nicht gesehen, Shanghai.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
Okay, jemand war aber doch nicht die menschliche Form von ihrem Meister kennt. Oder Meisterin.
This is Miss Xianyun.
Master?
Oder doch?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
Jetzt bin ich dann gespannt, warum.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
Ja, ja dann.
You...
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Natürlich.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Okay.
Well, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon, are you here for Shenhe?
Jo.
The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now.
Okay, das ist so gut.
Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Okay, dann können wir ja ein bisschen Zeit verbringen, bevor das Ding ein bisschen mehr gefüllt ist mit Leuten. So, ups. Und zack. Easy.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human.
Ja, das gleiche geht auch für die Tochter. Hey.
Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
Gute Frage. Ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass es wahrscheinlich ein paar Stellen ein bisschen anstrengend ist. Aber dass sie sich schnell, glaube ich, gut gefunden hat und wahrscheinlich ihre Erfahrungen macht.
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Ja, okay, das ist ja gut.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you
Ja.
mean...
Wie genau kommst du mit ihnen zurecht?
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Ich hätte mir besser nichts anderes erwartet, aber dass sie so direkt rausspricht, hätte ich jetzt auch nicht erwartet.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
Das hört sich ganz vernünftig an.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
Sicher, aber es klingt nicht so.
I see. Oh, just as expected of Master.
Sie möchten damit eigentlich sagen, dass sie euch beide sehr vermisst hat. Exakt.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Wie sie probiert auf hart zu machen, aber einfach schon ein sehr, sehr weiches Herz hat eigentlich.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
Yep.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Yep, da waren wir als erstes.
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
Wahrscheinlich hat wahrscheinlich auch ein paar Geschichten noch parat.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Voilà.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
Jetzt bin ich gespannt mal, was für eine Machtdemonstration wir jetzt wieder hören.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver.
Okay.
After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
Das heißt...
In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Jetzt hat sie wahrscheinlich sich aber Flügeln gebaut.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
Ich sehe es kommen, so Flügel oder irgendwie so ein Jetantrieb, irgendwas so.
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Okay, also ein Fahrrad? Also, ja, Zweiräder, dann wahrscheinlich Fahrrad.
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it.
Okay.
It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Okay.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up.
Scheint wohl jemand eine gute Hand haben im Handwerk und Ideen.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch.
Oh.
Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Oh.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Also, wir könnten sie alle einsammeln.
Have you been lonely, Master?
Ja, ich glaube schon.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights.
Okay.
'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
Sicher.
Mm-hmm.
Genau, Paimon.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again. I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
Beide würde ich mal annehmen.
To me, they are both, Master.
Voilà.
One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
Huh. one finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit. Yet one places little weight in such judgments.
Okay.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Oh, ich glaube, es wird ein bisschen voll so langsam.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
Na, da,
I'm hearing more
ja, weiter.
guests come in. I should get back to work.
Okay, dann viel Spaß.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Bye bye.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
Okay. Und jetzt? Während immer mehr Gäste eintrudeln, greift Paimon Gelegenheit, bestand eine ganze Reihe feiner Gerichte. Natürlich.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
Schmeckt dir das Essen, Fürstin?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors.
Zwar über die Jahre, aber da kommen ja immer mehr Sachen noch dabei.
The dishes
Oder
here
erweitert.
demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration.
Okay.
One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Wie zum Beispiel?
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
Oh, Paimon, bitte hör auf, ich habe jetzt schon ein bisschen Hunger und das hilft definitiv nicht.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Also, wir können es machen.
Okay, I'll ask around. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ja, kein Problem.
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Ich habe auch nichts dagegen.
Great. Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Okay.
Granny? Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
Ich glaube nicht.
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Findest du?
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Okay. Ich jemand Hyundai kennt. Xianyun. Oh Gott. Die Fürstin. So. Gerettet.
Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
Sicher, was kriegt dich so überzeugt?
Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Okay.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu. Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
Fragen kann ich sicher nicht schaden.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help? Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny?
Yep.
Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting
okay.
worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Okay, dann kennt sie definitiv wahrscheinlich die Fürstin, nur halt durch die Demenz ist es wahrscheinlich sehr schwer, sich irgendwie an etwas festzuklammern, wo sie sich noch erinnern kann.
Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. but it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Ich weiß nicht viel von Demenz, aber es ist halt was stetig immer schlimmer wird eben. Deswegen wurde es seit den jungen Jahren von ihr immer schlimmer wahrscheinlich. Was ist denn mit deinen Eltern?
They died young.
Oh.
It's just me and Granny now.
Ich hab drauf gehofft, dass die Eltern gerade zu Hause sind und sie einfach nur ihre Zeit mit ihrer Oma verbringen will. Leider nicht.
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Eine sehr optimistische Sicht. Das ist schön zu hören.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
Ja.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
Wir wissen noch nicht viel, aber wahrscheinlich auch.
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things.
Wie?
Wait, what was that really important thing again? I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me.
Okay.
She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Die Fürstin wahrscheinlich?
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
Vergessen leider.
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again.
Okay.
You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it?
Keine Ahnung.
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
So, Paimon übertreibt direkt. Ich glaube nicht.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Ja, voilà.
Are you sure?
Ja, ich würde sagen.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
Ja, schön gerettet.
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Wie die Fürstin wahrscheinlich.
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
Okay. Kann es sein, dass die Fürstin sich an ihrem Aussehen, also von Hyundai, inspirieren lassen hat vielleicht?
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
Gute Frage.
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names? Paimon's Paimon.
Ich bin Kara.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Xianyun.
Thank you
Muss
all
nochmal
so much
aufhalten.
for offering to help.
Bergen,
But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Müsst ihr gar nicht. Ihr könnt dafür essen und ist alles gut.
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Wir sind bloß interessiert in eurer Situation und würden gern helfen, wenn wir können.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny?
Ich weiß nicht, irgendwie den Ursprung ihrer Träume finden?
All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth.
Okay.
Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Na dann.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Okay, klingt so, als wäre sie oft auf den Bergen gewesen.
Okay, taking that as a no. I might have an idea.
Okay, ich höre.
Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster.
Oh, okay.
If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
Das kann gut sein.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Das war aber dann. Absolut. Oh Gott.
Are you
Abs
leaving
Shincho.
already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Mhm.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madame Ping!
Ja,
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
okay, können wir machen. So, erster Abteil Gemütliches Geplauder, dann ein Suchen nach Geheimnissen. Okay, das machen wir dann nächstes Mal. Oh Gott, so schätze nicht. Okay, sehr netter Anfang. Haben wir Verdingszeit mit Shanghai und Ganyu verbracht. Merken, dass die Fürstin vielleicht ein bisschen einsam ist. Oder einsam war jetzt über die letzten Jahre und auch immer ein bisschen wahrscheinlich ist. Und ja, schon mal sehr gespannt, was für eine Geschichte wir werden hier erfahren über die gute alte Oma. Und nämlich, ja, sehr gespannt. Ich nehme mal an, dass wahrscheinlich die Fürstin ihre Gestalt von ihr hat. Würde ich mal annehmen. Und deswegen wahrscheinlich auch die Oma so, also die Fürstin so bekannt vorgekommen ist. Ich weiß nicht. Sehen wir auf jeden Fall. Aber okay, das ist jetzt die nächste Folge, werden wir vielleicht schon Xianyun treffen. Das hätte ich jetzt nicht erwartet. Aber ja, dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wenn es dann mal am nächsten Mal, wo es dann hier weitergeht, mit der Xianyun Quest. Mit der Fürsten Quest. So. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.